Morning everybody. So the plan is to replace the door trim here. You can see they wear out. That's my elbow mark from when I'm driving, and the thing's just, general wear and tear. So I'm going to try and explain this. This is the kit you receive, effectively the armrest, elbow pad. You can see that here the speaker goes. In this location they give you these hex screws. There's basically 12 of these larger ones. 12 of these larger ones here. Slightly larger than these smaller ones. And what we need to do is we need to drill out these here. And what I plan to do is just countersink them gently. And then replace them with those screws in the kit. And you can see here, if I line it up correctly, effectively what we're doing is you can see the positions here and here are these ones here and here, and that continues on down the door. You can see this little piece here is a screw, which funnily enough our little mate here is going to go into at some point later on down the track. And we're going to have to remove the speaker, which is as easy as, because I've already disconnected all the wiring. And we'll see how we go. Alright, some success. Sorry if this is upside down because I'm filming vertically. I started with a 6mm, wasn't big enough. I've gone up to a 7mm drill. And you can see here, I'll just slowly drill it out. I'll do it again in a sec on camera. And it just comes off. And then that's all we need to do. There we go, Dunsky. Dunsky, and she's off. We're just going to continue on that all the way down the line here. Well, one thing I just realised, I'm going to have to remove the this unit, because underneath here and underneath here, which you can't see, two more things I need to drill out, so I'm just going to remove this. Alright, so I just had to remove the window controls and mirror controls, because as I was saying here, I need to drill out these suckers, so we needed to get at those. And as you can see here, it's these one here and this one here. So anyway, man, I'm going to have to drill that out, which is probably the top of that piece. So we'll continue along. I can drill this one out on camera, just like that. Okay, so I've drilled everything out, and all you need to do now is just pop this out, and you can see it all comes out in one piece, sorry. Comes out one piece, and you're left behind with a bit of mankness over the years, but yeah, you're left with that. On the inside, she looks like this. So here's the old one, and you can see the speaker here's come out with it, the speaker cover. So I just have to work out how to fit that in there. I think I've got to drill this out yet. I think that's the only thing keeping it in. That's one of them. This one here, you can see I'm pointing to, and I think this is the last one, which is why we now have, I'm sure, these really small ones, which is to help attach this back to the door card. Anyway, let's give it a crack. Well, it's the last one to drill out. Thought I'd give it a crack at drilling. So you can see I've actually gone up to an 8mm. Now this seems to make all the difference. 7 was okay, 8 seems to be better. And that's pretty much it, I think. And then that will just now pop out like that. Thanks for coming. Yep, and as I expected, she slots straight in. So I've just done this before off camera, and literally it just sits in there. Oh, hold the checks, and sits in there like that. And they'll screw into here and here. Giddy upper. See here, I've already done a few. Is it just a T20? T20 going in here and here. And literally, they just put them in, screw them in. It's super simple. Done. I'm doing them up lightly to begin with, pushing with a bit of force to get them to go in and bite. But if I flip it up, you can see she's in. So, getting there. Okay, so here we are a couple of days later. And I've had to make a few revisions that didn't quite fit properly, and not 100% sure why, but I think it's this piece here. So as you can see in here, I've had to cut this piece of leather. You can see a little piece I've cut out there. And the reason for that is this piece here. Here's the window mechanism and the handhold. And this piece here, see, it looks a little bit worse for wear now because I've had to Dremel it. If we look this way, not a good background. There we go. Still not great. But it was sitting very proud. It is a little bit proud still now, but it was worse than that. And I had to Dremel it down a bit, and I'm pretty sure, now let's focus properly, that's partly the reason, because that piece fits down here, and also it this piece here fits here, and I think it might have been causing two things. This thick vinyl-y leather was stopping it from going down, so I've had to cut that piece out, and it seems to have fixed it. I've removed this back off because this piece here was sitting this piece here wouldn't sit in properly, and it would stick up, and it should sit slightly below the level of this lip here. And anyway, so I'm about to refit it and see how that goes. Another weird thing is when I removed the speaker, strangely, all these little pieces, which is, you can see here now, these bits, which I normally would just drill off, they remained on there, and had me a bit confused as to why I had all these extra screws left over and how I was supposed to stick the front of this speaker panel back on. But anyway, after removing the door handle again to fix this problem, I realised that was a problem as well, which I just missed completely. So anyway, that's why I've got the extra screws, and they should all fit nice and snugly now, because this wasn't going back. These little clips here, these clips here were working pretty well, but not enough, and that's what the screws are for, obviously, which I missed. So anyway, hopefully I'll get it back together and we can see how we go. When I test fit this in the door handle, it sits perfectly, but when I fit it on the car, when I fit it on the door card, it seems to have a bit of a problem. So I'm just going to test fit it again now, having made this modification and that modification, and hopefully it fits properly, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so here we are with the finished product, and you can see now it's a much better fit than what I had before. Still not 100% happy with this piece here, but it's a lot better than it certainly was, and I think I'm just being a bit picky. But anyway, that was the bit that I was concerned about, and it's certainly recessed a lot better than it was. And yeah, I clearly haven't fit that back, but the bit itself fits nicely. This is now securely in because I've used all the screws. We'll have a look on the other side. And here's the back side, and you can see all the screws that we need to fit. The OEM ones are obvious as, there's only 3 of them there. The rest of them are all the ones that we've added. And you can see here, yeah, very nice tight fit, and that's what it looks like on the back of the door card. Pretty straightforward job, just a little bit fiddly getting these things off. But other than that, very straightforward. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I wasn't too verbose. It's my first go at a how-to video. Leave your comments, let me know what you think, good or bad, don't really care. Hope it was helpful anyway. Cheers.